here we are again with Hero, Amy, and Yoya, who are on their way to Miracle Mountain to find an antidote for the strange illness of the Dragon King under the sea. On their travels, they have met many interesting people and have had many remarkable adventures, but there's a general feeling that today's events are going to be quite special.
So bored. Why isn't there ever anything interesting to do around here?
This could be a good place to rest up a little.
Oh, for crying out loud, Amy. We had a pit stop just a couple of miles back.
I'm a lady. You should be sensitive to my needs, you big lunk. Woe is me. Where and when will I ever find my Prince Charming?
What the heck's that?
Perhaps it's my Prince Charming who's come thundering out of the west to sweep me away on his horse. Excuse me, are you Prince
Yes? I'm simply delighted to see you, young lady.
Huh? No, you're certainly not.
Oh, my poor back.
Well, I guess we're really sorry about your back, but we have to get going. He's just an old faker.
You say your back hurts, sir?
Come on, Hero. We don't have time to waste, and you know it.
Hey, we can't leave the old fellow if he's in pain. Poor old bugger.
Oh, that feels good.
Everyone over 35 should be beheaded.
Get him some herbs. Herbs? Anyone know what kind of herbs are good for somebody with a backache?
That's not my kind of know-how.
Cliff lily petals are great for lumbago.
Cliff lilies?
Yes, dear boy, like the ones that are growing way up there.
Those are cliff lilies? No problem. I'll go get them. Be right back.
That looks dangerous. If you fell from a height like that, it could really hurt you.
Oh, am I in pain?
Don't worry about me. I won't be so foolish as to fall. Oh! Hey, Dweegie, old soak! What in the world are you doing here, Dweegie?
You got me. I was just wandering around, and this is where I ended up. The question is, what are you doing around here?
What an extremely tall fellow.
Who is this elderly guy, Hero?
Who the dickens are you calling elderly, you ill-mannered dweeb?
Oh, wow. Your back sure looks a lot better.
Pain. Oh, does that hurt? Oh.
Those incompetent fools still haven't taken care of the turtle, the rabbit, and the ostrich. I've got to go find that wizard.
I'm warning you, if you fall and break a bone, don't expect little Amy here to play Florence Nightingale for you.
Do be careful, Shrimp. Just a little farther.
Why aren't you helping him there, big fella?
'Cause I got far too much regard for my bones.
Oh, dear. Hero, hang in there.
I'm all right.
Hey, boy, good lad. You said your name's Hero, right?
Yes, I'm Hero. The rabbit is Amy, our little flying companion is Yoya, and that nerd falling asleep over there is Dweegie. He says he expects to be able to fly very soon now.
Well, thanks to you, I feel much better now.
If that flower is supposed to help your back, why are you rubbing it on your leg?
Why, you little...
Well, it looks like it really helped after all, or something did.
Well, yes, I do feel quite a bit better.
What was it? Lumbago or rheumatism or what?
I resent your implications, young lady. Oh, twerp catches on quick, don't she?
Well, I'm glad to hear your back's all better, so we'll be on our way.
That wouldn't be a precious sword that's been handed down to you by your ancestors, would it?
How do you know he got it from his ancestors?
Yes, it's made out of natural coral. It's an heirloom of my family.
A sword made of natural coral?
Yes, it's a very powerful sword. My father gave it to me. I hope to become worthy of it.
I see. So you'd like to become strong and powerful now, would you? Well, my boy, there's a little favor I'd like to ask of you.
A favor?
Yep, wouldn't it please you beyond all measure?
Huh? Huh?
To give that sword to me?
Huh?
A magnificent coral sword, if I can only gain possession of it. I'll have to beat the girls off with a stick.
What would you do with it?
I'd become a great knight and rescue a beautiful princess and stuff like that.
That'll be the day.
Well, it's not gonna happen because the sword is mine.
That's no way to talk to your elders.
I guess I should get back on the road toward Miracle Mountain.
What? You're going to Miracle Mountain too, Luigi?
Do I understand you to say you're all headed for Miracle Mountain?
Amy and I are. You're leaving out the most important member of the team.
Me too. I'm going to ask the great wizard that lives there to grant me the power of flight.
You are?
Yeah. Of course, I don't really need his help because I'll be flying on my own soon anyway. But if he can cut a few days off the procedure, it would come in really handy, if you know what I mean.
What do you know about the wizard that lives on the mountain?
He's one of the greats. He's head of the White Council and can do anything he sets his mind to.
Boy, that's really impressive. He must be something else.
Yes, but they say he's really, really old.
I'm afraid you've been misinformed there, young lady. Not only is the wizard in the finest flush of his youth, he's wealthy beyond all your dreams and plays a mean hand of poker as well.
Oh, right. Maybe this wizard is the Prince Charming of my dreams. Come on, everyone, let's get going.
What's with the sudden burst of energy? Weren't you the one who was really tired?
I was just thinking of you.
Hey, Luigi, if you're going to Miracle Mountain too, why don't you tag along with us? Yay! Yay, hooray!
Yeah, but you guys are such slowpokes. I'll tell you what, I'll go on ahead and you can catch up with me later.
What? We're too slow?
That sure isn't my fault, hero.
Well, anyway, let's get going. Say goodbye to the old geezer. Goodbye, sir. Now what?
It's my stomach.
You have a bellyache?
If truth be told, I'm starving. Those hornets are after us.
They're only going to find you. Will he be okay?
If he is, it's no thanks to you, sis.
That sky sure looks ominous. Oh my, will you just look at that nose?
You wouldn't say that if it was yours.
I've never seen a bump like that before. What about you, boss?
You misbegotten morons don't have time to stand around laughing. Just in case you forgot, we have to catch those two kids and defenestrate them. You haven't done really all that well so far, have you? Now let's have a little action. And when you're through, there'll be another little job.
You guys should quit stuffing your faces like that.
Can't let an old guy beat me.
I can't lose to this whippersnapper.
You two are simply acting like children. It's ridiculous. Come on.
An eating contest? Really? Are you out of your minds?
I
Me
can't
too,
eat
neither.
anymore.
I think we can safely declare this a tie.
Hey, I have to hand it to you, old man. You're really something.
So are you, my boy. Take it from me, no one's ever even come close to beating old Starry Chalk before.
What are you talking about?
Well, I can't be waiting around all day. I gotta be going.
Wait! We're coming too, Luigi.
Me too.
What do you mean, me too?
I'm coming along with you youngsters to Miracle Mountain.
Huh?
I suppose I forgot to mention it, but a certain adorable little creature named Mimi lives on Miracle Mountain. Sure.
Mimi?
Yeah, Mimi was my first love, as lithe and lovely as a gossamer wand by a freshet. We wanted to marry, don't you know? She came from a working-class family, and my father'd have none of it, and he forbade the union.
Oh, how heartbreakingly sad.
Got that right. In all these years, she's never been out of my thoughts, and I just want to see her once more before I die. I know I could never make it on my own, but in the company of sturdy youngsters such as yourselves, I might at least have a shot at it.
It's the saddest, most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Then is it all right if I go along with you?
Of course it is, Starry Chalk. You're more than welcome.
Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding. This old guy's gonna slow us down.
That doesn't matter. We may go slower, but this way we'll have lots more fun.
You're right. It's always good to have company when you're traveling.
As one wine bottle said to the other, my sentiments exactly. Travelers should stick together like glue.
Sounds awfully messy and sticky to me with all that glue.
Just an old saying.
Well, if you ask me, it's old enough to be buried. I don't want nothing gooey and sticky on my pants.
I think there's something wrong with the youngsters of today. I've been around a long time, and believe you me, there isn't any such saying.
Well, then, tell us how the saying really goes.
Travel with a boon companion, and your road will be ever downhill.
Well, that's great.
That sounds kind of strange, too.
Well, that's the way I heard it.
I always thought it was travel in company if you want compassion.
I admit I'm not quite sure what that means exactly.
Well, I guess if you come right down to it, it is kind of obscure. But I always read it as meaning if you travel with a companion, you'll never be without compassion.
Well, I suppose it makes a certain amount of sense if you look at it that way.
Not you, creeps again.
Who in the world are those strange creatures?
Who or what are you, Granddad?
What do you mean, who or what?
This is Starry Chalk. He and Dweeby are friends of ours.
Not that right, matey. Huh?
Well, I guess that just means that we have two others to wipe out.
And we're not going to take it easy on him just because he's a senior citizen either. Two for the price of one. Guess that wraps it up.
I have to admit, it is nice being at close quarters with a cuddlesome young thing like yourself.
How gross.
I shall save you. Yeah!
Well,
Dweeby, come help me. What the heck do you think you're doing?
I've always been a chicken at heart.
Guess we blindsided you this time. You and your friends are having a bit more trouble than usual.
Friends? These aren't my friends. I hardly know these guys.
What a terrible thing to say. How dare he, really?
Hey, sis, the big one's getting away.
Great. He saved us some trouble.
I'm gonna kill him this time.
It may turn out to be less easy than you think.
Oh no, Hero!
Say your prayers, Pipsqueak.
I'll soon have us out of this.
Tell me that isn't what I think it is.
yes, it's a hornet's nest.
What are you guys looking so worried about?
There's a hornet's nest up there, Hero. You can die from a hornet sting.
What did you say?
There's no sense dragging your feet now. Get going!
Yeah, but those hornet stings really hurt.
I don't know about that, but they sure do one heck of a nose job, huh?
Oh, help him! Oh.
Hero, it looks like you're done for, kid. But if you use your sword to cut the rope above our heads, at least Amy and I will be able to escape.
You monster! How can you even think that?
Well, my dear, there's no point in us all dying.
You don't have to be such a sniveling coward. Come on, let's see a little of that old never say die spirit. All right.
Now it's my turn to save Hero.
This should be at least faintly amusing.
What on earth made them go away?
What are you doing? Whatever.
So he chased the hornets away with that weird little dance, did he? Well, that just makes it easier for me to get at him. Here I come.
Watch out!
If you think you can hold off my axe with that puny little sword, you got another thing coming.
I'm not invincible, but my sword is! Wow! Know what I just figured out?
Well, we made it. We're safe and sound, thanks to a series of fortunate circumstances. I was hoping I could keep up with you youngsters, but now I see I was just fooling myself.
Come on, Stereotype, you were great. You saved our lives, too.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, guys, guess who the old geezer really turns out to be?
Yo-yo, please, you're interrupting. Quiet.
Pay attention, you two. The news is like Major V.
Oh, my back is really acting up bad. I can tell it was a mistake to try to get to Miracle Mountain at my age. Darn it.
Does that mean you're not coming with us, Stereotype?
No, an old hitter like me would just slow things down for you too much.
But you have to find Mimi, your first love.
I think it's best to keep her a fragrant memory of my distant youth, like a faded flower in an old book.
I'm going to cry again.
Hero, one day you will be a mighty warrior and a leader of men, but always keep in the front of your mind that the quality of mercy is not strained.
Got it.
Well, I look forward, my young friends, to the day of our next merry meeting. In the meantime, farewell.
Take it easy.
You know, I thought he was a bit of a weirdo when we first met, but actually he's very nice.
You're right. Fatheads, don't you realize that guy is really the wizard? Sure, that's a rich one. Stereotype is really the wizard. Get it, Amy?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my... Oh, goodness!
That's strange. I could have sworn Miracle Mountain was in this direction. Huh? What? You're scaring me.
A wizard will never teach a selfish crud like you how to fly.
What are you saying?
Luigi, you know perfectly well where duty and honor lie. Now you return at once to Hero and Amy.
You mean what I think?
I don't know if you think at all, but I'll tell you what I mean. Now, listen carefully. Given that 2 heads are better than 1 on a journey, and 3 are better than 2, it's axiomatic, quod est demonstrandum and all that, see what I mean? Now, to wrap it up, never forget the old saying, 2 heads are better than 1. There's wisdom in that.
2 heads are better than 1? Yeah, I guess I can see that.
You mean to say you let a couple of lousy hornets stand in your way?
How will I ever catch a husband looking like this? It's tragic.
Count your blessings. As far as I'm concerned, we're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, I thought we were goners for sure.
What am I gonna do with these miserable idiots?
Good morning. Hello, boys. Nice to see you.
Who are you?
Yikes! The old geezer pretended to be an animal, but he's really a human being.
I hate human beings.
They terrify me.
I think I'm beginning to understand. You're the wizard, aren't you?
I don't believe it. Who are you, Sardine?
Well, I'm Imogen. I follow the commands of Jack, the demon spirit.
Old Jack finally found himself a live one, eh?
He needs the elixir of life that you possess.
My elixir of life, you say?
Upon due reflection, I think I see a way whereby we might strike an equitable deal.
What do you mean?
If you give me what I want, I'll give you the elixir.
Well, what do you want?
One thing and one thing only. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm all ears.
Actually, you aren't any ears at all. Bring me Hero's sword.
Ah, the sword, huh?
I'll be waiting for you at Miracle Mountain, Imogen.
How come that old creep said the wizard wouldn't help me learn to fly? Why would he see such a nasty thing? I haven't done anything wrong. Yep.
Luigi!
Oh, so we meet again, my friends.
How can you just stand there and smirk as though nothing had happened?
Do I detect a certain anger in your tone?
You ran away and left us in trouble.
Well, of course I did. I might have incurred some grievous bodily injury had I stuck around. But it looks like you're doing just fine on your own.
Talk about being a wimp.
Let's let bygones be bygones. Would you still like to come to Miracle Mountain with me?
Are you serious?
I'm afraid the wizard won't teach me how to fly unless I bring you two guys there with me.
Oh, come on, that's just nonsense.
Great, we'll travel together.
You nuts?
The more the merrier, right? Unless my memory's playing tricks on me, you yourself, Amy, said one should always travel in company.
Yes, but I didn't say you should be a treacherous coward.
And of course, you should keep in mind the wisdom of the old adage. How does it go? Yeah, the 3 beds are better than glue.
And glue?
And so it came to pass that Dweegi teamed up again with Hero and Amy on their trek toward Miracle Mountain. What does the future hold in store for them? Make sure you don't miss the next exciting episode.